Sobrang daming chismoso nagsasabi na this January magkakaroon ng POCO X series. But instead nilabas ni POCO is the M series. Hawak ko dito is 1 out of 2 na phone from POCO for this January. This is the POCO M8 5G. Meron pa isa which is the POCO M8 Pro 5G which pag-uusapan natin on a separate video. Ano nga ba meron dito sa phone na ito? Sulit nga ba pera mo dito? Tara, pag-usapan natin. So the usual na POCO M series, meron siyang yellow box and black na font. Kita mo nasa POCO M8 5G. 5G na siya guys, you heard it right. So buksan natin, POCO. So may SIM injector tool siya, safety information guide, saka warranty card na wala naman nagbabasa. Ito na ang kanyang jelly case. Same lang sa POCO M8 Pro, color gray, and medyo mas matigas ang kanyang texture. And further unboxing, we have your A to C cable and a 45 watts na fast charging brick. For me, not bad na siya kasi this is just a non-pro and given yung kanyang price point, meron ka 45 watts, pwede na. And so, nandito na yung phone, makita mo kanyang spec sheet, nandito nakasulat, pwede mo i-pause kung gusto mong basahin. And eto na, we have the color black variant which is looking cool. And guys, medyo thin din to phone na ito which I personally love. So itong POCO M8 5G na may 8 gigs of RAM and 256 GB of storage is currently priced at $12,999. Pero para sa mga early bird buyers, it would be down to just $11,499. Meron pa siyang higher variant, ang ganda 8512 would be priced at $14,999 and it would go down to $13,499 para sa mga early bird buyers. I'll post the link on the description box below para sa mga official links na pwede mong bili with mga coupons and vouchers para ibaba ang presyo sa early bird price. Or just simply clicking YouTube shopping link dyan para automatically ma-redirect kayo sa official na POCO store. O na kayo paligoy-ligoy dyan guys para hindi kayo ma-scam. Bawat purchase nyo sa mga links ko, malaking tulong din sa akin para makapag-review ako ng mga bagong devices just for you. Now, pag-usapan natin ang design. One of the first things na papansinin mo is yung kapal niya. It's just 7.35mm ang kanyang kapal, which for me, this is quite thin for a M series. Isipin mo, no, yung kanyang design factor na nag-improve from the POCO M7, malaking lundag niya. It almost looks like the POCO X7 series. Kaya, for me, yung kanyang design category medyo nag-bump up siya. For me, okay naman kanyang placement ng kanyang camera dito and matte finish dito sa likod. You've got two-tone color. Though, hindi naman sa two-tone, sineperate lang niya, no? Meron dito makintab and medyo matte finish gitna and makintab uli yung kanyang kabila. One of the good things na gusto ko sa kanya is curve ang kanyang likod and it also has a curved screen na display. Which personally, I'm a curved screen lover, so for me, panalong-panalo ang kanyang design. By the way, this has a plastic back, plastic frame, and I'm not quite sure kung anong klaseng glass protection na meron nito, pero nakasulat sa kanyang spec sheet, it's a high durable na display glass. Hula ko lang siguro according to Gorilla Glass 7, just my guess. So kung gusto mo makita ang complete spec sheet, eto na, pakita ko muna sa inyo. Now, one of the good things na gusto ko dito sa phone na ito, pulido naman ka ng UI. Though, pansin ko, there's quite a few ads that pop-up out here and there. Pero overall, yung user experience is quite good. And multitasking on this phone is wala ka namang maging problema. Pwede ka mag-video edit, maglaro ka ng games, or just simply use it for social media. Now, honestly, hindi naman sobrang powerful ang kanyang chip dahil this one only has a Snapdragon 6 Gen 3. Pero nakakuha naman siya ng 535 points dito sa Antutu benchmark version 11. And if you want to see the other benchmark, ito, pakita ko muna sa inyo. Now, pagdating sa battery, this one has a 5,520 mAh na battery and it can support up to 45 watts na fast charging ni Xiaomi. Now, one good thing dito sa kanya is that it almost lasted me for 3 days without charging. Take note guys na you have to use it normally. Walang heavy gamings, walang heavy video editing, walang heavy video conferencing. Kayang-kaya na magtagal ng 3 araw. I used this as my daily driver and was able to last me for 3 days. Most of the time, nagsa-social media lang naman ako and use it together with Wi-Fi. Hindi ako masyado naka-mobile data. And to further back up yung pinagsasabi natin, I was able to get a 21 hours and 3 minutes na screen on time dito sa PCMark na battery stress test. Now, pagdating naman sa display, hindi ka naman tinipid ni POCO dito. Maganda ka na display. It has a 6.77-inch na Flow AMOLED display together with 120 Hz of screen refresh rate. May 2560 na instant touch sampling rate. Mataas din na kanyang peak brightness at 3200 nits. And meron pa siyang TUV rain lang ng mga certification, lalo na yung low blue light, para protected ang iyong mata, especially when you're browsing all day long. Huwag naman sana all day long. Addiction na tawag doon. Kaya payo ko sa inyo, use moderately lang, lalo sa mga bata. Now, if you're consuming naman to phone nito for social media, masasabi ko naman, okay, ang experience ko dito. Swiping across social media platforms like Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, wala kang maging problema sa inyo dahil smooth naman ang transition niya. It has a 120 Hz of screen refresh rate, given naman siya. Basta maganda yung internet connection, you shouldn't have any problem swiping across yung mga social media platforms. Now, if you're watching mga long format na landscape videos, be it sa YouTube or sa Netflix, di hamak na okay din na kanya display. One of the good things na gusto ko naman dito sa kanya is curved screen siya. So, halos infinity display ang meron mo dito sa kanya. Halos. Given na it's an AMOLED display, so it's pretty solid. Now, pagdating sa audio, pareho sila ng sound performance ng POCO M8 Pro, which is having a high-res audio and wireless na high-res audio. And it's being tuned by Dolby Atmos as well. And good news guys, kaya na mag-tune up to 300% na ka ng max volume. Ito guys, pakita ko sa inyo. Akala nyo nagbibiro lang tayo, no? 300% guys. So check natin kung gaano kaganda ka ng performance. So napakinggan niyo is the #1 song ng 2025, which is Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters. And I would say na yung kanyang sound dito is quite good, solid. Hindi kasing lakas ng POCO M8 Pro, pero it is quite decent para sa akin. Now, of course, since this is a POCO na device, so pag sinabi mong POCO, it's supposed to be a gaming device. But given this is Snapdragon 6 Gen 3, so yung mga games na nilaro ko is more of the medium graphical settings and pababa. Di na tayo naglaro na AAA game, so alam natin na hihingalin siya. So I did play Call of Duty Mobile, Honor of Kings, and si Farlight 84. Pagdating kay Honor of Kings, wala kang maging problema dito sa kanya. I was able to achieve 60 FPS. Almost consistently, naglalaro naman siya sa 57, 58. Halos nandun-dun lang naman ang kanyang frame rates. Wala ka naman masyado ma-feel na frame lapse dito sa kanya. And honestly, the touch response is quite good. Solid naman ang gameplay dito sa kanya. Wala na feel na lags. The sound is just okay, not the best. Overall experiences for me is quite good. And umabot na ako ng 36 degrees Celsius dito sa gameplay niya. Call of Duty Mobile, naka-achieve ako ng 90 FPS dito sa kanya. It's almost consistent din naman dito na naglalaro siya between nasa 87 and 88. Hindi siya umabot ng 92. Depende, no? Lalo kung medyo heavy na bakbakan. Wala naman ako na feel na frame lapse dito sa kanya. The game was okay. Nag-enjoy naman ako sa kanya all throughout. And the sound is just okay. Don't expect too much from its sound. Pero I would say na it's quite decent. Pero suggest ko, gumamit ka ng TWS just to give you a better immersive experience. Pero overall gameplay, natuwa naman sa kanya. And umabot lang siya ng just 38 degrees Celsius. Pagdating sa Farlight 84, naka-achieve tayo ng 60 FPS. And there are times na nagda-drop siya. Umabot siya ng mga 50 and 51. Pero overall, the gameplay was solid naman. Para sa akin, nakapaglaro ko dito halos 2 oras non-stop. And the touch response was good. I have no problem dito sa kanya. Medyo mas demanding tong game nito kaysa dun sa unang dalawa na nilaro natin. And overall, I would say satisfactory naman siya para sa akin. Hindi ko naman sila ganda-ganda ng settings just to give you an expectation. And pinakamainit na inabot niya is 40 degrees Celsius. Siya na yung pinakamainit among the 3 games na nilaro ko. Now, quickly pag-usapan na natin ang kanyang camera. This one has a 50MP na main camera sensor, which is a Light Fusion 400 na image sensor, together with a 2MP na depth sensor. Ang kanyang rear camera can shoot you up to 4K and 30, and kanyang front-facing camera, 20MP, can shoot you up to 1080p and 30fps. Now, pagdating naman sa outdoors, mga shots ko, I would say na pretty nice and solid naman mga nakuha ko dito sa kanya. Probably not as nice as the POCO M8 Pro, pero masasabi ko sa inyo, it's quite decent already. Hindi naman siya sobrang saturated, more of the natural tone ng kanyang attack, yung mga nakukuha nating mga greens, and yung mga flowers na na-capture din natin dito is quite okay. Medyo mas maganda nga lang ang color size ng M8 Pro. Pero this one, for me, is quite okay. Now, if you're trying to capture mga sky dito sa kanya, medyo hindi lang sobrang detailed ang mga clouds niya. Pero makikita mo ng mga figures ng clouds pero hindi lang super duper detailed. Now, if you're going indoor, taking some mga food shots, masasabi ko sa inyo guys na sobrang okay din ang kanyang camera. I'm not expecting this good dahil this is just a M series, the non-pro pa. Pero overall, mga food shots na ito, for me as a food lover, satisfactory na mga tong shots na nakuha natin. Kaya mga fruit shot na nakuha natin dito are quite okay din. Not so bad na siya. If you're trying to take some other photos, yung mga Christmas decor shot, okay naman siya. Not so bad. Kaya medyo low light, it was still able to perform. Kaya kumuha ka na mga stuffed doll shots dito, is looking nice and decent. Kahit itong bungo na ito, no, mukhang cute. Now, if you're trying to take some mga photos, some mga outdoor for the selfie camera, nice, decent mga shots na nakuha natin, makita natin na quite good din ang mga details na makukuha mo sa iyong mukha. Kita mo mga craters, kita mo mga imperfection, pero pag once na pumasok ka ng indoor, you'd see na talagang medyo magsusmoothen out na siya, mas mawawala ng mga details ng mukha mo. Pero it is quite expected naman kasi nasa indoor ka na, low light pa. Now, check lang natin some videos na nakuha natin using the front-facing camera. And ito naman video quality ng POCO M8 if you're using the front-facing camera. 1080p and 30fps ang video quality na makukuha mo dito sa kanya. And not bad naman ang kanyang, resolution. Except that pag medyo low light, medyo mas mapapansin mo a little bit pixelated compared sa if you're shooting outdoors. And the rear camera. Guys, right now I'm using the POCO M8 and shooting 4K and 30 video using the rear camera. Pansin ko, it's a little bit shaky. Hindi siya super duper stable. Pero pag ginamitan mo to ng mga gimbal, medyo mas maging stable for sure. And the quality is not bad pag ako tatanungin mo. And overall, panning around is just okay. I'm just using my bare hand right now. And quality is not bad. Tingin nyo. Pero bago tayo magtapos guys, gusto ko lang din i-share sa inyo a quick preview lang nitong POCO M8 Pro. This one having a more powerful na Qualcomm Snapdragon 7S Gen 4. It has a bigger massive battery at 6,500 mAh and has a 100 watts na fast charging support. Better din ang kanang camera dahil this one has a Light Fusion 800 and a IP68 that dust and water resistant dito sa kanya. By the way guys, the dalawang phone ito comes together with a 4 years na major Android update and 6 years na security patches. Padalo para sa M series. Checking out some photos na na-capture natin sa POCO M8 Pro, di hamak na mas maganda mga shots na nakuha ko dito. Better, clearer, sharper, and mas maganda ng performance pagdating sa low light. Kaya sa gaming, this one can play you AAA games which the POCO M8 cannot do. Pero syempre kung gusto na mapanood ang full review nitong POCO M8 Pro, i-check nyo na sa aking channel dahil mas detalyado ang POCO M8 Pro na full review natin. So guys, na-convince ba kayo dito sa POCO M8? At just 11,499, you get quite a good specs na phone just like this one. And I highly recommend this one, lalo kung medyo budgeted ka. If your budget is below 12,000 peso, early bird rate, mabibili mo to for 11,499. It got a good display, a decent camera, and a good hell of a design. So if you're interested guys, malaman ko saan nyo pwede mabili to. I'll post the link on the description or just simply click yung YouTube shopping link na biglang nililitaw sa inyong screen. And kung may alam kayo mga friends, kaibigan, kapamilya na gustong bumili nito phone na ito, please share this video to them. And of course, in-encourage ko kayo to like, subscribe dito sa aking channel so you don't miss out yung mga good reviews just like this one. So para yan, hanggang dito muna ako and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out. And so, ako para si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.